Hello, this is Tim from timsquarefootgarden.com. It is May 28th, 2011, and I thought I'd give you a tour of what's growing in the garden. Right now the sun's out. Thankful for that. We don't need any more rain, and now they say we had a cool couple days, and now they say it's going to be up in the 90s the next week or so. So welcome to spring in Indiana. Just give you a little tour of what's growing right now. This is Yukon Gold growing in a raised bed. Yukon Gold potatoes. They're doing really well right now. Moving around, here's the corn. Corn's kind of a hard way to go recently. It's just starting to get growing now. Some of those are 3 corn plants growing in one area, and they'll be thinned to 1 at some point. And as you can see, I have my electric fence and fence around there. So far so good. We had a little storm damage with some hail, and I had a row cover over that, and the row cover fell down and mashed some of the corn plants down, but they seem to be responding, and all we need is a little bit of sun, a little bit of warmth, so I guess we're going to be getting that soon. This is other raised bed. This has red Pontiac potatoes growing in it. That's doing equally as well. You can see it's now starting, some of those are starting to flower. Come around here, I got some broccoli and some cabbage. The broccoli is doing okay, but I think I'm developing what they call little button heads. A lot of it's weather related. Here's one right there. It's developing a small head. The plant is really small, and so the heads are going to be small, and I think a lot of it's weather related. I think when we had that cold snap shortly after I put them out, will cause what they call a button head. So we'll see how it does. Some of them have them, some of them don't. The ground is still pretty wet. You can see some of them now are even starting to, some of the leaves got a little curl going on them. So we'll see how it goes. It might not be that good a year for them, but I might get some side shoots off of those. The cabbage on the end is not doing as bad. That seems to be doing a little better. So we'll see how that goes. Over here are my onions. Onions are doing really well this year. Those are the top setting onions. On the right here you see, and then the other ones are the bulbing. Got candy and red candy apple growing. They're doing really well. They like all this cool weather and all the rain. Hopefully we won't develop a leaf disease from all the rain. And on the end, as you might be able to see, got some celery growing. Celery's kind of getting squished out, but as you can see, got some chickens wandering around. Hi, sweeties. How you doing? They're liking this warmer weather too. And so celery's on the end. I got some more onions, and then this is where my lettuce is growing. Lettuce has done really well this year. It's been cool and wet, and they seem to like that weather. Hopefully it won't get too warm too fast, but I've been harvesting that for almost a month now. Harvested a good deal of lettuce yesterday. Moving over, here's a plot that's got peppers in it. Peppers were seedlings planted. They're just starting to get going now. Hopefully the weather hadn't been too cool for them. There's actually just some of them are starting to flower too. I have hot banana, sweet banana, and just regular green peppers there. Over here I got my cucumbers just starting to grow up my square tomato cages. I have 1 in each corner, so I have 8 cucumber plants, 4 in each tomato cage square. And those were actually transplanted. They're just starting to get growing now too. Hopefully that weather, we're done with that real cool weather. They just need a little sun, some warmth. On the other end here I have my tomatoes. These are all Romas. I have actually on this plot I have 6 Roma tomato plants. I have they're all in each individual cage. they're starting to grow pretty good. They hadn't been out too long. Hopefully I won't develop a leaf disease like I have last couple years. They should be fine. As you can see, I got some weeds coming up. I need to start doing some weeding. Actually, over here on the other side, where the peppers were, I planted some green beans, and it just started to poke up. They've been in the ground not quite a week yet, so hopefully the weather wasn't too cool for them. But I'm starting to see a little bit of germination there, which is good. Those are green beans. Most of those are Aroma 2s. I did plant some Espada beans as well. Over here, I have Lima beans, and those are really starting to come up now. I have those are 4-hook 242s, and around the cages and around this support, these are my pole limas, King of the Garden, and most of them are starting to germinate. You probably see some down in the ground there. Yeah, they're starting to come up. Got my larger support, and I have those under there. I have those are King of the Garden as well. Nice vertical support. And on the other end, same. I usually square tomato cages for anything that's vining, and I'll put them one on top of the other as they start growing. So you have to kind of watch it when they get a little top heavy. They might the wind tends to blow them over, so you have to secure them later in the year. Right now, this is my garden. These are my garden peas. Mr. Big is the variety. Some have just started to flower. They've kind of got struggle this year too. Right now they're not growing too bad. Hopefully the weather doesn't get too hot too fast for them. We'll see what kind of crop we'll get, but so far so good. Now they're starting to climb up my pea fence. And toward the south side of this, I have a couple small rows of these are just onions that I'm going to harvest for green onions, and some of them actually are ready to harvest. Those were the real small onions that when I got my onion starts, I took out the small ones, and I'm going to use those for green onions. And next to that, I have some radishes growing. Those got in the ground a little late, so I don't know how well they'll do. They're kind of getting crowded out over there. Over here I have some fennel. I use it just for the seed, and I just harvested. Here's some oregano I just harvested a couple days ago. I'm drying those. And as you can see over here, I got my potato bags going. Actually, I got some potatoes in that bag. That's a large bag. This is like the 3rd or 4th year I've been growing them in bags, and it's kind of fun. I get a fairly decent harvest out of that. It's once you plant them, you pretty much don't do much to them. If you get a lot of rain, you don't have to water them too much. These are a little smaller bags now I've been using. This is the 1st year. In this bag I have 1 broccoli, 1 cabbage plant. We'll see how they do. I might have overplanted those. Here I have 2 hot banana pepper plants. Actually, you can see one's already got a little pepper on it. We'll see how they go. I might overplant those too. These are smaller bags, but you know, I'm experimenting, see how well they do. That's really about it going on in the garden. Like I said, it's the sun's finally coming out, and now they're predicting hot weather, and be good for the hot weather plants. We'll see how everything else works, but we certainly don't need more rain right now, and hopefully once the weather starts becoming more normal, things will really start growing. So thanks for visiting, and happy gardening.